Hey there, travelers! Today we're talking about the state animal of Alaska and the state animal of Maine, because they're the same animal! This week we're talking about the moose. Moose are the largest of all the deer species, and as we learned in the caribou and zebra episode, that family's known as ungulates. Ungulates. Pretty fun word to say, huh? They weigh about 1,800 pounds, and from their shoulders down to their hooves, they're about 6 feet tall, just barely taller than Trav. Now, even though moose are known for their antlers, only the males have antlers, and they're known as bulls. A moose antler can spread about 6 feet from end to end. Now, kind of like how trees lose their leaves, a bull will also shed their antlers in the winter and grow new ones in the spring and summer. Antler growth is based on two main factors: the length of the day, which is why antlers grow longer in the spring and summer, and testosterone levels. Just like my muscles! Unlike my antlers, which are made of fabric, a moose antlers are made of velvet, and they're vascularized so that blood can get to them while they grow. Antlers are also a great indicator of age. Bulls in their prime, between the ages of 5 and 8, have the largest racks. And with old age, antlers become more deformed and less impressive. Sorry, Grandpa Trav. Moose have long faces and a muzzle that dangles off their chin. They also have a flap of skin known as a bell that sways underneath their throat. Wrong kind of bell. Now, moose are at home in the water, and despite their staggering bulk, they're actually really good swimmers. They've been seen paddling several miles at a time, and even fully submerge themselves for up to 30 seconds or more. Moose are just as nimble on the land. They can run up to 35 miles per hour in short bursts, and can trot steadily for about 20 miles per hour. And at 5 days old, a moose calf can outrun a person. Oh! Catch my breath. I'm gonna get them. Every September and October, bulls bellow loudly to attract their mates. The usually solitary bulls come together during this time and battle for mating supremacy. That reminds me of my arch nemesis, Trav. Winner again. Now, moose are so tall, they prefer to browse in higher grasses and shrubs, because lowering that big head is pretty difficult. Huge! It's huge! Now, a head that large comes with a big appetite. A moose can casually devour 73 pounds of food in the summer and 34 pounds of food in the winter. Bring it on, moose. I can beat you in a food-eating competition any day. They eat an assortment of shrubs, woody plants, and aquatic vegetation. And in the winter, their diet is more restricted, mainly consisting of the buds of plants. Now, the IUCN currently lists moose as least concern, but something's happening to the populations in Minnesota. The state once had a flourishing moose population that was hunted and doing quite well. In the mid-1980s, there was more than 2,000 of these animals in the Northwest, but that number has dwindled down to 200 in just 2 decades. This prompted the state to do a little bit of research to prevent further population declines. Unfortunately, the Northeast is experiencing similar problems. They've lost up to 50% of their moose population since the mid-2000s. Dr. Carstensen is leading a $1.2 million moose study to figure out what is going on in Minnesota. Her team has collared 150 animals with GPS trackers that allow them to keep tabs on them at all times. And when a moose passes on, the team is alerted and they're able to find exactly where it was and hopefully figure out what killed it. To learn more about Dr. Carstensen's incredible moose study, check out TravsTravels.org. Thanks for checking us out this week, travelers. This week's animal was one of the most requested we ever had, suggested by Traveler Preston, Traveler Hallie, Brooke, JD, Nana, and even my own mommy, Kim. Thanks, travelers! And if you're as cool as them and have an animal you're curious about, email us at asktravstravels@gmail.com. To learn more about the moose, make sure to check out our Facebook page as well as our Twitter. Tell them to keep on traveling, Norman. Oh, okay, keep on traveling. You haven't seen the last of me, travelers.